In this video, we will discuss about how immune system works against the cancer and what are the strategy the cancer used to weaken the immune system or to use the immune system for its growth. So, as in the previous video, we have understand how T cells get activated and how the activated T cells kill the foreign foreign things or the invader cells. So this is a briefly and this is now in terms of cancer cells. So this is considered as a cancer cell. Its antigen gets been detected by dendritic cell, and then dendritic cell continue to eat those antigen, and after some time this dendritic cell becomes mature and converted into APC, that is antigen presenting cell. And what is the function of this antigen presenting cell? It will transfer this antigen to the naive T cell. However, just transferring this antigen to the naive T cell is not enough for the signals to get activated. It also needs to give the naive T cell a secondary signal uh, that is essential for the naive T cell to get completely activated into the activated completely to get itself completely activated. Otherwise the signal will shut down, and after the naive this activated naive T cell becomes activated T cell, it can then now use the antigen that is been provided by antigen presenting cells and produce uh, and use those antigen signature to detect another tumor cell and kill or destroy those tumor cells. So this is the normal process. However, in the case of cancer, it is difficult for the immune system to recognize a cancer cell or the tumor cell from the healthy cell, because in case of disease or foreign invader cells, it is easy for the immune system to distinguish between a foreign invader cells and the native cells. However, since the cancer is being developed within the cells, it is also a part of the body. It is difficult for the cells to distinguish between tumor cells and the healthy cells at the initial stage of time. And for examples, when the cells are converted into the when cells starts to convert into the tumor cell, it releases some protein. So with these proteins, when flow through the blood, after some time these proteins get uh, tolerated by the immune system. So now the immune system will not recognize tumor cell as the harmful for the body until is a further mutation occurs that is completely distinguishable from the healthy cells. That helps the immune system to recognize the native T cells. Immune cells will recognize the tumor cells and activate the native T cells. So, however, cancer cells still uses some strategy to weaken the immune system. Let us understand some of these strategies. So, one is these strategies are usually the checkpoint pathway. So, what is the checkpoint pathway? Checkpoint pathway is usually the interaction between antigen presenting cell and the T cells, where T cells is where T cells confirms the availability or the uh, or the amount or the degree of tumor cells or the invader cells present in the body. And if the signals both the signals are being communicated to the naive T cells, then T cells remain activated and continues to attack. However, if one signal is been not been reached, or the different signal has been reached to weaken the immune system, the T cells will slow down the immune response, and this leads to weakened immune response. So this is been this here it is shown as a this one is the MHC interacting the tumor antigen to the T cell receptor. This is the first signal, and this one should be the second signal, actual signal, in order for the tumors to get in order for the immune system to get activated. This it is shown here. However, when this CTLA4 is been interacted by APC or the tumor cells, then this gives a signal to the T cells that the amount of tumor cells are low or are been depleting. So this T cells starts to weaken down its immune system and will act as a sometime act as a regulatory T cell that uh, send a message to the other activated T cells to slow down the immune response. So one of these pathway is known as CTLA4 checkpoint pathway, and the similar pathway that weakens the immune response is PDL1 and PDD1 interaction pathway, or we can say that PD1 checkpoint pathway. So when this interacts, this is the tumor cells. When tumor cells, this antigen major histocompatibility complex is interacting tumor antigen with the T cell receptor. However, instead of giving a correct second signal, it is giving PDL1 to PD1 signals. So T cells gets confused, and this PD1 signal asks the T cells to weaken its immune response. So this also helps the tumors to grow uh, in the body, and the longer the weaker immune response remain, the more impactful or more spread of or or we can say the more metasize of tumor cell, more spread of tumor cell occurs, and tumor cell will be able to control the immune response in its nearby area with much more efficiency. Uh, And it is mentioned here also that CTLA4 signals to shut down the T cells, and PD1 L1 is also signals to shut down the T cells. So these are the two checkpoints that are being identified. And in this immunotherapy, these checkpoints are being blocked in order to continuously sustain the immune response of the body against the tumor cells. And this presently researchers are this research has been going on to find out other checkpoints, if there are other checkpoints that are exist or that exist which can be blocked to which can be blocked so that our host immune system will continue to attack the tumor cells, and this will help in curing the tumor cells in a much more effective manner. So that's all for this video. Thank you for your time.